tell you, talking to a lot of people at the conference, people get excited realizing, oh, wait a minute, I can actually visualize a planet I can live on. That's exciting.
Well, and imagine growing up, we didn't even have to think about that. We just had to bury our heads, under the desks in case we had a nuclear attack. That was scary enough.
Yes.
This is,
and
then people wonder, this is a whole other conversation, but people wonder why young people are depressed and anxious and not having children. Hello, some of it is environmental. Of course.
Totally.
Well, that should be motivation alone. When young people, young women are not having children, the biggest blessing ever, and makes life and all the craziness worthwhile. That's serious. And that's been going on for some time. And, that it's taken this long to get the majority of, politicians, leaders, institutions to really get this. And we're still just getting it. It's shameful that, we have known a lot since 1988, as you know, and that's.
But it's not, don't shame us. We've done the best we could do. I have relatives who are climate deniers, and really they care about our kids as much as the next person. It's just that they live in a certain sort of belief system. But they really do care.
You can't believe in climate change. That's the problem, is the Republicans have co-opted this stuff, and they don't believe in, masks or vaccines or climate science. And I do get angry about that, especially living here in Texas. Now I have neighbors who, have fought with me about climate reality. And I happened to be at the UN climate conference a couple of years ago. The argument started on next door, and we took it that far. 2 weeks into the future, I just gave up. So there are people who are really stubbornly against it, and that slows down progress, and that brings people like Trump into the White House, which then brings more environmental regulations getting rolled back. So I connect those dots. I'm not as I'm not as, I guess, forgiving as you are, but I'm a woman on a mission, and I want more people. If more people are aware, some of us can sleep better, knowing there's more of us working on it.
Yeah. So the message, for young people is just demand that we restore the climate. Say, listen, we're going to ride the blip. We're going to come out the other side. Come play with us, or just get off the bus.
Okay. Last question. What would Greta say to that? Blah blah blah, or okay, get busy.
God, I would hate to be Greta, right? Because her scientific advisors are going to say there's no peer-reviewed research. Don't believe it. And then her heart's going to say, that's what I want. And the poor girl, I don't
talk about cognitive
don't go
dissonance.
there. That's painful. That's really painful.
Yeah, well, Greta's a whole other topic. So we're going to have to do this again, Peter. It's been fun, even though it's late for you. I'm sure you've had a full day at COP, and I'm optimistic seeing your optimism. So thank you.
Good. Keep it. Call me when you're depressed. I'll tell you what's going on.
Okay. I vacillate between hope and despair. It used to be daily, now it's hourly. So I'd be calling too much. But I'm always happy to go to the optimism. I mean, really, last thing, when people say, environmentalist activists or gloom and doomers, it's like there's no one more optimistic than an environmental activist, climate activist. We get up every day thinking today's the day we're going to get people to wake up and smell the carbon and get off our gases. We wouldn't keep doing it, and it so has not happened. And it's the opposite of that, right? We do have hope, and we have to. But we just need more of us. Look, this could bring countries together. This could bring, God forbid, Republicans and Democrats together. It certainly should.
Well, let me just tell you a 40-second science story. There is, in any species, when it gets crowded, you get violence. Rats and dogs and humans. We're 10 times our stable population. There's no surprise that there's a lot of violence, and the political climate is like it is.
And it's hot.
It's not
it's literally hot outside. That makes people short-tempered.
Right. Yeah. And so that's why I don't take any offense at the Republicans who say that I'm crazy, because given the fearful world and the crowded world and the uncertainty, that is human nature, is to attack a different tribe.
Well,
and
not all humans are that way. I don't buy that everyone's that way.
Well, they're good. We all have good days and bad days. But here's the good news, is that when you imagine riding the blip back to the population that the planet can service easily. So no one's worried about, am I going to die, be homeless on the street? Then people people play together. That's what we do when we're not stressed, is we play. And so as we take care of these things, take care of the climate, take care of the population, get universal health care so that people aren't worried, all the political polarization is going to go way, way back down.